Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel MedGeek RN. Today, this video is based on student visa process for my friends who are in India, who are aspiring to be a nurse in Ontario, and who are planning to come to Canada on a student visa and get into their nursing profession as soon as possible. I'll be explaining benefits of taking a nursing related course when you come here in Canada, in Ontario, on a student visa. I'll be giving you step-by-step information related to the courses, related to the colleges, also some of the few points from NNAS application and how your application is transferred to CNO. What are all the standards to be met before getting your license as a registered nurse or registered practical nurse in Ontario. I hope this video will help you to get some information before you travel to Canada on a student visa. So now that you have finished your bachelor's in nursing or general nursing, what next? You are planning to immigrate to another country, say Canada. It is always a good option, a best thing to get a clinical experience that is preferably 1 year. The reason for this is that once you get your clinical experience, you will have an idea of real life medical scenarios, and this will give you an added advantage to attempt your NCLEX RN or RPN exam. NCLEX RN is currently unlimited attempts and RPN is only 3 attempts. RPN is also known as CPNRE in Ontario. From next year in 2022, it's going to be REXPN and it will be unlimited attempts. So right now, these exams are mainly focused on scenario-based questions. So once you get your clinical experience, it will always give you an idea how to tackle these questions. Also, when CNO assess your file, CNO is College of Nurses of Ontario. It is a regulatory body which governs the nursing profession in Ontario. Once your file is at CNO's level, they will assess your file, they might assess your job description and may give you direct eligibility. If you do not want to get your clinical experience, you can still apply for student visa and come to Canada. That's always your choice, but it's always a good thing, the best option. After graduating your bachelor's in nursing, get your clinical experience. 1 year experience is always a minimum requirement, not a requirement, a minimum plus point. Once you come to Canada, it will always help you. Next one, how to choose a program or a course to come on student visa to Canada. Always go for a nursing related course which will offer you a clinical placement. Also, go to the community college, that is a designated learning institute which will give you postgraduate work permit after completion of your course. Community colleges are run by government institutions, and once you finish once you finish these 2-year program, you will always get your stay back. That is 2-year program equal to 3 years stay back, 1-year program equal to 1 year stay back. It's always a good idea to take a 2-year program because once you finish this program, you have 3 years of stay back, and within that 3-year period, you can get your permanent residence and also you can step into your nursing profession. Your agency, when you start deciding, okay, you want to immigrate to Canada, when you approach an agency, they will offer you several different courses which will always help you to get your permanent residence in Canada. But it's always a wise decision to choose a course which can also help you get into your nursing field quickly. So now that you have decided to immigrate to Canada on a student visa, you might be thinking what courses you might need to select that will give you clinical placement and which are related to nursing field. These are some of the courses which I have listed here, and they are in different colleges, and some of them are 1-year course and some of them are 2-year courses. It's always better to take a 2-year program. If you don't get an admission in a 2-year program, you can always choose a 1-year program, and after finishing that 1-year program, you can always take another course and complete a 2-year program to get your 3 years of stay back. I will be posting the link of these courses and different colleges below my video. Please feel free to visit to these websites and get some information and research yourself and know the requirements of these colleges and the courses. I think it will help you and prepare you, and it will be a good idea to go through their website, and you will be able to decide what courses you want to choose according to your area of interest. So these are some of the colleges which are community colleges, which is funded by the government, and they are a designated learning institute. If you get an admission in a college which is not a designated learning institute, you might end up getting a refusal on your student visa. So always be aware of these colleges which are not DLI, and make sure you get an admission in a DLI institute. Some of these colleges are well-known colleges, and they host international students yearly, and they are well-reputed colleges, and you will see so many international students on the campus when you visit these colleges. So now, once you have decided the course and the college in Ontario, start with your NNAS process while you are still in India. It will be very easy for you to submit your documents from your employer, from your college, and your regulatory body, and gather all those documents and submit to NNAS, which is in Philadelphia. NNAS is a nursing assessment service, which is a non-profit Canadian organization that offers a streamlined process for internationally educated nurses to submit their documents and provide them with the tools to apply for Canadian nursing registration. They assess your documents, they assess your education from India against the nursing graduates nursing degree in Canada. So if you're an internationally educated nurse and you wish to work as a nurse in Canada, you will need to complete this step. That is, you will need to start your application to be a nurse in Canada through NNAS. That is the initial step, and you cannot miss that. You may apply for a license in any other Canadian province once you finish your NNAS application. You can start your registered nurse application, or registered psychiatric nurse, or RPN, or licensed practical nurse, or LPN. Once you get your NNAS assessment result, and you can transfer these assessment result to the regulatory body of your choice. So that's your initial step. Starting and completing the registration process can take from anywhere between 3 to 18 months. It all depends on how fast you submit your documents and how fast it is assessed by NNAS. So it is always the best thing to start the process of submitting your documents from the college, your nursing regulatory body, and your employer while you are still in your home country where you took your nursing degree. NNAS may ask you for more documents depending on their need. Your application will be active at the NNA stage for up to 12 months. If all documents for your advisory reports are not received and accepted by NNAs within this 12 months of purchasing the main application order, it will expire. You can then reactivate a main application order within 12 months of expiry date. This may only be done once, and you might have to pay 180 USD extra to reactivate this order. Now that you have started your NNAS process, you have already submitted your documents from your college, regulatory body, and your employer, you can now start going ahead with your student visa process. You can approach to any agency with the desired course and desired college and apply for the visa. If you are competent enough, you can also do it yourself. The visa process, you can also do it yourself, but as it is your first time, it's always advisable to take or seek some help from the agency. Meanwhile, your NNAS application is under process. You can get ready for landing in Ontario, Canada. You can start your program of study and wait for the advisory report from NNAS. When you receive your advisory report from NNAS, you may apply for a license to the desired Canadian province, such as Ontario. In Ontario, College of Nurses of Ontario is a governing body for registered nurses, registered practical nurses, and nurse practitioners. Now, once you get your advisory report from NNAS, you're going to transfer this advisory report to your desired province. So if you're transferring it to CNO, that is in Ontario, they will again assess your nursing degree based on your NNAS advisory report and may ask you to submit further documents if they require. If you are lucky enough, CNO may give you direct eligibility to write your NCLEX RN or RPN. If CNO finds any gaps in your education from your country, they will send you a competency assessment form, that is CAF, which will enlist your gaps. So in order to get your nursing license in Ontario, you have to meet certain set criteria by CNO. These criteria are meeting the nursing education, meeting evidence of practice, getting your registration exam, jurisprudence exam, getting your language proficiency, getting authorization to work, also clearing the police record check and character conduct and health declaration. So these are some set criteria which should be met before CNO will issue you your license in Ontario. So once you transfer your file from NNAS to CNO, as I said earlier, they might issue you a competency assessment form which will outline your gaps, or they might give you direct eligibility to write your NCLEX RN or RPN. If you have gaps, there are different options to meet those competency gaps or nursing education gaps. I will discuss one by one over here. The first one is to submit your transcript of your nursing related course which you took in Ontario on your student visa. That is, this will surely help in reducing some of your education gaps outlined by CNO. That is why I earlier mentioned that if you take a course and you come to Canada on student visa on a nursing related program, which will also give you clinical placement, it might reduce your competency gaps, or you may end up getting direct eligibility to write your NCLEX RN. So that is a plus point of getting a course related to nursing with the clinical placement in Ontario on your student visa. That's the first option. The second one is to attempt OSCE. OSCE is a practical exam. It is an objective, structured clinical examination, and it is an assessment that allows applicants to demonstrate their nursing knowledge, their nursing skills, and judgment in simulated clinical settings. So, according to a recent committee meeting, CNO had a committee meeting in March. They decided that once you pass your OSCE, you will meet your nursing education gaps as well as your evidence of practice. Before March 2021, if you passed your OSCE, you were only able to meet your nursing education gaps. But since they have decided on their committee meeting in March 2021, they have decided that if you pass your OSCE, you are also going to meet your evidence of practice. Now, what is evidence of practice? Evidence of practice refers to any information that shows CNO that you have the experience practicing as a nurse within the past 3 years of your application start date of your application. When the CNO will issue you a license, you should have been practiced as a nurse before 3 years, within that past 3 years. So that is evidence of practice. So now, if you pass your OSCE, you are also going to meet your nursing education gaps as well as your evidence of practice. The third option to meet your competency gaps is applying to a university which will provide you certain courses which will meet your competency gaps. If you have 10 to 20 or say 30 competency gaps, it's always advisable to get yourself registered with these universities. I have mentioned here 2 universities which offers distance nursing courses which will meet your competency gaps as per CNO's guidelines. These are St. Francis Xavier University and Athabasca University. This university is not in Ontario, it's in a different province, and thus completing this course will only meet your nursing education but not your safe practice. I will put the link of these universities below my videos, and you can always go and check on their website. If you have any competency gaps, you can always contact them by email and get more information from them. Another option for meeting your nursing education is to get an RN license from any state in the United States of America. Recently, CNO had a committee meeting and they decided that if you have a nursing license from United States of America, you can transfer that license to Ontario, to College of Nurses of Ontario, and they will accept the result and they will in turn meet your nursing education. So if you have a license, which is if you wrote your NCLEX RN exam after 2013 in US and you hold a license in US, you can always transfer that license to CNO. This is only accepted by CNO in Ontario. None of other provinces are accepting this result yet, but only CNO. So CNO has made this positive change for internationally educated nurses. One other change is I already discussed about that. That is meeting your safe practice requirement. That is your evidence of practice after you finish your OSCE. So this is another option. Also, there is one option which is not as practical, but it have helped some of the few applicants in the past. That is going back home to your mother registration. That is in India, if you hold a registration as a nurse in India, you can go back to India and practice as a nurse and work there for 4 months in a multi-speciality hospital. Obviously, if you have a multi-speciality hospital experience, you will have that job description. You can submit that job description to CNO. CNO will assess it again, and it might reduce some of your gaps. So that has helped some of the applicants in the past. I have heard of many of the applicants. Even some of my friends have done it. So that's why I'm mentioning it here. It is not the best option, but it might help you. So that's another option. And last but not the least, doing a 2-year bridging program to the university nursing will always meet these gaps to get your eligibility to write your NCLEX RN in Ontario. One course which is a 2-year program that is for Ontario Internationally Educated Nurses Course Consortium provides a 2-year program that will meet your competency gap. The drawback is that for getting admission in this course, you have to be a resident in Canada. You have to be a resident of Ontario. So that's why you cannot apply for this course from India or any other country. You have to be present in Ontario and you have to show the proof of your residency in Ontario. You can always be on your work permit. After your post-graduation work permit, you can always do this course and you can submit your proof of residency in Ontario. So that's the last option. So these are some of the options to meet your competency gaps if you have any. As I mentioned in my earlier slides, coming to Canada on a student visa with a 2-year nursing related program with a clinical placement is always a best option as it has many advantages. One of the advantages is meeting your nursing education through this 2-year program. Another advantage is getting your language proficiency through this 2-year program. Also, once you finish your 2-year program, if you get an NOC A or B level job, you can always apply for your permanent residency. Because of the 2-year program, you can get your postgraduate work permit for 3 years. So you can get your permanent residence within that period of time. And if you're lucky enough to get your eligibility after completing this program, you can write your NCLEX RN, you can get your license as an RN in Ontario, you can work for 1 year as an RN, and you can apply for your permanent residency. That will give you enough time to be an RN in Ontario and get your permanent residentship in this 3-year time. So that's always a best option to take a 2-year program. Also, by taking this program, you are already getting a clinical experience even before becoming a registered nurse or registered practical nurse in Ontario. So these are the benefits of getting a 2-year nursing related program in Ontario. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will be coming up with next video related to New York NCLEX registration. Some of the applicants are still struggling to get the registration process done by themselves. So I will help you. I'll guide you how to apply to the New York Board of Nursing registration to get your license in New York. Please keep watching my channel. And if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel, MedGeek RN. Thank you so much.